Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to Social Media Trends on the Weekend Show. My name is Inner Pieces. You will agree with me that the week was filled with a lot of controversial news. Now we begin with the Ruga settlement. Okay, so the implementation of rural grazing area settlement, the latest plan by the President Buhari-led administration to put an end to the recurring conflict between herders and farmers, was met with heavy criticism from Nigeria when the news hit the internet. Let's look at some of the reactions that trailed this plan. At Henry Shield tweeting, if we understand the dire security implication of this #Ruga settlement, nothing else would matter this moment, not even food. Okay. At Ajingi 08, people are against #Ruga settlement because they were brainwashed to think it's an expansionist agenda. Don't Fulani have the rights to settle in any part of the country? And at Certified Hope, #Ruga settlement has always been the name for Fulani settlements, just like you have what we call Hausa quarters in the southern states. We should focus our energy at seeing that the headsmen are not armed and forget about where anyone chooses to settle down in his country. At A Olingbi Day 1, cattle rearing is a personal business. Let headsmen finance their ranches from personal business funds. Government has no business in business. Taxpayers' money should not be used to hijack people's ancestral land for the benefit of private business owners. And at Jibring Ibrahim 17, there has been a sustained and largely uninformed campaign against the pastoralism. In response, the government decided to initiate the #Ruga settlement program to settle them. Now there is a new campaign to frustrate it. So what do they want? Well, after, of course, the backlash that trailed this settlement, President Buhari has indeed listened to the people because the plan has been suspended. So this is definitely good news for a lot of people that are against this plan, even though some states have actually committed. We've also seen some state governors like Benue State, like River State, who were not here for the plan at all. Moving on to another interesting thing that hit the internet this week is the case of Senator Elisha Abbo, the senator representing Adamawa North Senatorial District. Well, he became very famous, not because, he's the youngest senator right now in the Night Assembly, but because Premium Times released a CCTV footage showing the senator assaulting a woman in an adult shop. Let's take a look at this video.
Drop your phone now, I'm talking. You call him, but nobody's arresting you. Drop the phone now. Drop the phone. You're very stupid. That mistake is easy now. You are very stupid. What's your problem? You are very stupid. I think you're very stupid. As we come with you. Are you mad? I know where you go. I think you're very stupid. Take her. Go with her. Come. I take her. Go. I take her. I think you're very stupid. Go now. Why now? Take her away. Take her away. Can you move back? Move back. Can you move back? You are my friend. I'll slap you. Move back. I said move back. I said out. I said out. No. Can you out? I'll get out. Go back. You are my friend. I'll slap you. Go with her. I said go. I said go with her. I said go out. I said go. I said go. Walk out now. I said out. Go out. I beg. Look at this dog. Can you don't talk? You get me angry. You are my friend and you.
Now, I just really want to add, because after watching this, like the Weekend Show, we condemn this action. I think it is unbelievable that a leader of our country would be seen doing this. And just like us, of course, a lot of people are not finding this funny. Let's look at some of the reactions we saw on Twitter. Amnesty Nigeria tweeting, Senator Elisha Abbo in company of 3 women in an adult shop in Abuja assaulted women wildly in the presence of police. This must be investigated. Victims of his violence must get justice. And then he tags President Buhari and a couple of people. At FK Amor, the case of Senator Elisha Abbo is very straightforward. The police must immediately take 3 steps. 1, arrest him. No formal complaint is needed with the evidence on tape. 2, obtain his statement if he's willing to make one, and that of the victim. And 3, arraign him in court. at Omoba_schools. The sad thing is that she was bitten by someone that's supposed to pass a law against such act, watched by a policeman that's supposed to protect her against such unspeakable act. Shame on Senator Elisha Abbo. At Perier 1, Elisha Abbo is a woman beater. He should step down. The senatorial seat is to make laws and protect the citizens. We won't allow any individual to use that seat to oppress its citizens, especially women. Enough is enough. And at Laide Akin, if not for the audio in that assault video, some would have been asking what she said to Elisha Abbo to provoke him. They would have even blamed her for being rude. Well, following the huge criticism of this video and several groups just coming out to say, no, this cannot happen, because as a country, we're beginning to speak up on, violence. And for a serving senator to do this, I mean, you can imagine the criticism that faced him. Well, the senator, of course, had to tender an apology. Let's take a look at this video from Channel Television during a press conference.
Nigerians for insulting their sensibilities. It is therefore with deep sense of remorse and responsibility that I, Senator Elisha Abbo, profoundly apologize to all Nigerians, the Senate, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, my family, my friends, as well as our mothers, the Nigerian women. I personally apologize to Bibra and her family for my actions. No matter what you did to me, you don't deserve such treatment. I am sorry.
Okay, well, this as you've seen, is just an apology that he tendered. Now, for some people, they actually accepted this, but others had different things to say. Let's look at Missy_Lillian. He's only sorry because he was caught. He has to go to serve as a lesson. It's enough. And BB Rich, he has apologized. So what else do you need? Let him without a sin be the first to cast a stone. And King #tag, this apology is tied to this month's salary. It's a calculated attempt to save his job. Well, of course, after this video hit the internet, of course, the apology, we know that he was summoned by the police, and there's also been a panel, a Senate committee that has been set up to actually investigate this. So we will keep you in the know. And of course, the gist continues in the social media scene. Moving on to another story that hit us. Now, we've all as a country be following the Osun State Tribunal, to see if Governor Boyega or Governor Boyega will remain as the governor, or Senator Adeleke will emerge as the new governor. Now, of course, the wait is finally over. As of yesterday, Premium Times had this to say on Twitter. Breaking, Supreme Court affirms Boyega Oyetola's election as Osun governor. Now, of course, followed by this, there were a lot of congratulatory messages, but also there were a lot of criticisms. Now, let's look at a message from President Muhammadu Buhari, tweeting at M. Buhari, I most warmly congratulate Governor Boyega Oyetola of Osun State on the Supreme Court ruling, which today affirmed his victory in the September 2018 state governorship elections. Now, also after President Buhari had this to say, the PDP presidential aspirant candidate Atiku Abubakar also had something to say to Senator Adeleke. Now, Atiku tweeted at Atiku, I join with people of goodwill all over Nigeria to say to Senator Ademola Adeleke and the people of the great state of Osun that we stand with them in good times and in difficult days. The Supreme Court has ruled, and because of its judicial finality, the legal case is over. At the_seeker76 has something entirely to say. So Senator Adeleke lost the case at the Supreme Court not on the basis or evidence on the actual matter at hand, but simply on a technicality that one of the tribunal judges was absent at the petition, thereby rendering the tribunal judgment in his favor null and void. Now he's asking a big question. Is that why, Senator Adeleke didn't win? And at Aristotle, the coalition between INEC and security agencies in rigging the Osun governorship elections has been validated by the Supreme Court. A sad day for democracy. Adeleke won the election, but INEC INEC, security agencies, and some justices of the Supreme and Appeal Court betrayed justice shameful. Now, of course, these are the thoughts of Ario Aristotle. Now, moving on to another huge story in the social media scene. Of course, I reported this last week, and of course, the saga continues. Now, following the nationwide, the protests in Lagos and here Abuja, the Coza churches, the branches here in Lagos and here in Abuja, the senior pastor of the Commonwealth of Zion Assembly has finally taken a step down from the pulpit. Now, he posted on his official Instagram page, "The past few days have been very sobering for me. I have taken time to pray and seek spiritual counsel from Christian leaders around the world who feel very concerned about the ongoing reports in the media. I have solicited their guidance and actions I should take that are honoring to our Lord Jesus Christ and the work he has called me to do. Drawing from the counsel and that of the leadership of the Commonwealth of Zion Assembly, and owing to my love for God's work and the sacred honor of my calling, I have decided to take a leave of absence from the pulpit of the church." Now, if you are just joining in on this conversation, Pastor Biodun Fatoyibo was accused by photographer Busola Dakolo, wife of singer Timi Dakolo, of raping her 20 years ago, and this has shocked the entire nation, asking a spiritual father doing this. And of course, this is actually not even the first time that these allegations have come up. Now, in the past, there have been allegations allegedly, that the pastor had sexually assaulted members of his church. Let's look at some of the reactions that trailed his official letter informing us that he will be stepping down from the pulpit. Deb_eyes, "So this man hasn't filed a case against her since. If he was innocent, what was he waiting for?" At Tari_Alfred, "He should ask for forgiveness and be truthful. That is what repentance is all about." Meanwhile, Sir Penky says, "This shows if Nigerians can unite and protest against bad governance, then the country will be better." Totally agree with you. And I am _Rayberry, "You can hate Busola for all you can, but know that she is doing it to avoid such happening to your younger sister or daughter. The church must be cleansed." All right, now, so of course, following the general outrage this has caused, actors Shehu Ajayi and Akanani, let's look at, they've both withdrawn their membership to the church. Now, Akanani and Shehu have both decided and publicly come out to say they're no longer going to be members of the Coza Assembly. Meanwhile, following this whole revelation, people have been coming for the Dakolos. There have been speculations that, they were wedded by the same pastor, Pastor Biodun Fatoyibo, and that he was actually the choir master in the church choir. Well, Timi Dakolo has had enough of this, and he came out to, refute some of these claims. He said, "First, the ridiculous rumor that Biodun wedded us. Please watch the video yourself. Does the pastor look like Biodun Fatoyibo? His name is Pastor Shane of Global Impact Church." Now, this is saying that it wasn't Pastor Biodun that wedded them. He also goes on to say, "I have never met or been in the same space with Biodun Fatoyibo, nor do I ever want to be, and have never been a member of Coza." The third one is, "I guess that also answers a desperate attempt to say I was a music director in Coza. Funny as I have never been a music director in any church." And now the fourth one, "Apparently, I had a child, divorced and remarried Busola, spirit wife and child things, #Africa Magic. And Busola was giving monetary gifts, car and flown to Chicago. No be only Chicago, na Soweto. Please do better, tell more believable lies. Again, I say, desperate people will do desperate things, but as I said before, we are ready. We came out to speak on this painful matter, to bear the shame that goes with this, to be ridiculed, to be doubted, just so that others might be saved and justice served. We are not backing down, and no amount of manufactured lies can stop the truth that has started to unveil." Well, following this, we also know that Busola has also filed an official complaint. Now, Mr. Blog reporting, Busola Dakolo officially files complaint against the pastor Fatoyibo. Singer Timi Dakolo's wife, Busola Dakolo, has formally filed a complaint to the police against Pastor Biodun Fatoyibo. She has accused the founder of Commonwealth of Zion Assembly, Coza, of rape while she was still underage. With the complaint, the police has commenced investigation into the allegation. Now the story goes on, and do sure to follow us on all our social media platforms, because we will continue this conversation. And be sure to weigh in. What are your opinions, on all the stories that I've just discussed today? What do you think is the way forward? And I just want to say again that here on the Weekend Show, we do not support violence. So please, if you are somebody that is being abused, please speak out. Women are coming out. Men even are coming out to speak up about these things. So please share your stories with us and get the help that you need. I'll be leaving you guys with the video of the week. Now, the video you're about to watch is a kid whose dad now decided to show the kid that you think you can cry, I can cry better. Well, don't go anywhere, because right after this video, the political segment will be coming up. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. My name is Ina Peters. This is Social Media Trends on The Weekend Show. Bye for now.
You don't like that, huh?